Hi, I'm Lee Rogers and welcome back to my channel. Be sure you subscribe so that you will not miss an episode as I unpack many different lessons about personal branding and visibility, how important it is and how you can do it. So I am finishing up a series on dispelling myths about personal branding, straight from my book, Out of the Shadows and Into Your Life. Be sure to click on the link below or in my bio to make sure you grab your copy. So today's myth that we're going to talk about is that many people believe that if they have a job, a solid job, or they're doing well in their business, they don't need personal branding. Wrong. Myth, absolutely wrong. Personal branding is valuable no matter where you are in your life. And I say life because it's not even for just if you have a job or career. I talk to my boys all the time about, even in college, you are working on your personal brand. Even before we went to college, when we were applying for schools, it was an exercise of personal branding. So personal branding is, as we talked about in my other myth that I dispelled, personal branding is for everyone, but it's also for those who have secure careers, jobs, and businesses. And we're going to talk a little bit about why, even with a great job, a great career, in a company that you love, you still need to work on your personal brand. So some of the reasons why it's very important to work on your personal brand is, number one, for future opportunities. We don't know what may happen in your career or in your company, or times when you are just going to need some extra help, a push, a favor, whatever, right? But you want to make sure that people, when they hear your name or come across you, they understand who you are and what you represent. So you should always be working on your personal brand, because you never know when something may happen in your career, in your company, and there may be an opportunity that you're up for, and you want to make sure people know more about you before you even come into that room, or before someone has to recommend you. They've heard about your good work, your reputation, how pleasant you are to work for, how you deliver good work, all of those things. And that applies for whether you're in your career or, again, if you have your own business. That leads to the second reason why it's super important to work on your personal brand no matter where you are in your career journey, because you want people to be able to easily recommend you or refer you. Again, if you have your own company, we know that referrals are gold. They are everything. They are everything. And it's very dependent on your brand. What type of brand have you built, have you developed, that people can easily recommend you to others? So you can have a really great career right now, a really great company that's doing well, but you want to have raving fans. You want people to be able to recommend you, shout you from the rooftops about what great work you do. So make sure that you're working on your personal brand so that people can easily recommend you or refer you. There's nothing worse than having and needing a referral or a recommendation and you don't have anyone that you can really be confident about them recommending you. So work on your brand all the time. And just as a side note, it's not always about doing great work. All of us have experience where someone may have done really great work for you, but you really didn't like how they did it. You didn't really like their personality. You honestly just didn't like working with them that much. So personal branding is also about being likable. People buy people. People like to work with people that they like. And so your personal brand is not just, again, about being super smart and doing really great work, but it's also about people wanting to work with you, people understanding your personality, people liking you and liking how you do it, liking the why of you doing it. Some of us have really powerful backstories on how we started our company, or why we decided to go to law school, or why we chose a certain career. Some people will want to work with you or hire you or want to recommend you based on your backstory. So making sure that your personal brand includes all of that, and you find ways to consistently put that out all the time. The other piece of making sure that people understand your personal brand and seeing how it can work for you in your career and in your journey is understanding that not only are referrals and recommendations important and future opportunities, but there's going to be a time where you may need to look for a new job, or you may need to start your company all over again. You want to be able to do that with knowing that you have people in your corner that understand who you are. So understanding that your personal brand is really not about a specific company or even a specific title or career or what you're doing at this moment. The key to a great personal brand is if you burn down everything right now, your title, your career, your company, where you work, all of that, what remains? What can people say about you no matter where you go and what company you work for and what title that you have? That's super important. So making sure that you have worked on your personal brand so well and so deeply that no matter what happens and where you go in the future, you have people that understand, know you, and willing to go to bat for you. That's what I call, again, having a raving fan. So, personal branding, no matter how great your career is and what you're doing, is also about having raving fans that no matter what happens, you have people in your corner that are going to help you get to the next level. All right, so that wraps up this episode and dispelling this myth about you can have a great job, but you still need to work on your personal brand. Make sure you subscribe, share this with someone, comment below, and be sure you come back to hear about our last and final myth. And then we're going to start a new series based on my book, Out of the Shadows and Into Your Light, The Importance of Personal Branding. Some of us have been hiding way too long, and it's time to come out. All right, thank you. I'll see you the next time.